Welcome to the lifestyle segment. Modern parenting is characterized by a shift towards open communication, emotional connection, and understanding the child's individual needs and perspectives. It involves a more flexible approach to discipline and expectations, encouraging children's autonomy and independence. Yeah, right.
I was waiting for that.
Well, we have people here who are going to talk to us more about this, because I wouldn't say that we turned out too bad and we were seen and not heard. Dr. Temitayo Ishola, Head Pediatric Department at Butemeta General Hospital, is here with us. Good morning, Doctor.
Good morning, Ma. Good morning.
As well as our old friend, parenting coach and child teens counselor, Kingsley Obom Ebulem. Good morning.
Thank you for inviting me.
What is RIS?
What is RIS?
Even you don't know. Civil War. One of the things that excites me about this...
What is RIS?
I don't know. Am I Gen Alpha?
No, you were saying it as if you knew the meaning, that maybe your children had used it.
They will tell you, Google will tell you the meaning of RIS.
Anyway, Kingsley, like I said in the intro, we didn't turn out too bad, did we?
No, we didn't.
And we were seen and not heard. Nobody asked us for, in fact, your opinion you kept to yourself. You respect yourself well and just swallow it.
Yeah.
Nobody asked your opinion about anything. In fact, I mean, they wanted to travel. They didn't even tell you. You just woke up the next morning and daddy wasn't there, and then your mom would tell, he traveled last night. But now we have to seek their opinion, they count, we have to chat with them, sometimes negotiate what we want done.
What has changed, right?
Where is all that getting us?
Well, it's not about where it's getting us to. It's actually, first of all, understanding what has really changed. What has changed?
What has changed?
It would be vague to just say the dispensation is different. But I think technology has played a major role in shaping what you're seeing now. You know, then, if you ask your mother, where do babies come? Whatever she tells you, you accept it.
Yeah.
But today, the child will be telling you where babies come.
Oversabi?
Yeah, and it's not really oversabi. It's because access to information has been democratized. There's this proliferation of information that is... We've been inundated with so much.
Yeah.
So if you have a child who is inquisitive, well, most kids are. If you have a child who is expressing that, that tendency to want to know, which every child has, because one of the things that makes you a child is the ability to ask questions without having a preconceived notion. You just want to know for the sake of knowing. And it is a right. So if a child has access to information, whether it's on the internet, whether it's on TV, cable, books, and then the socialization that goes on, the peer-to-peer interactions. If your child is schooling far away, wherever the child is schooling, the child has access to a lot of cultural, contextual information that they can use to engage you. And so if you're not prepared for the challenges of the 21st century parenting, which happens to be, one, developing capacity as a parent, exposing yourself as a parent, trying to read, study, and know. I just fall our hand a short while ago.
So what's it?
That is what it is. Today...
RIZ is spelled R-I-Z-Z?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's a newer term,
There's a lot.
Short for charisma.
There's a lot.
RIZ, charisma.
Tomorrow there's no guy. This one will... You've heard of demure and all, Tomorrow this RIZ will expire.
What is demure?
Hey, Jesus.
Angelero, why are you looking for trouble?
To be honest, she's asking a valid question that is important to this conversation, madam.
Yes.
For instance, when you hear no cap, You have not. Mom is wondering.
Yeah, no capping. I'm not.
Put the cap.
I'm not fooling you. I'm not.
It's not a lie.
I'm not lying. I'm not deceiving you.
That is
no capping.
No cap.
No capping. Yeah, no cap. Whatever.
So parents get lost.
Anyway, you work with them, so you understand. To some extent, you understand their language.
Land on what you're asking is.
Yes.
We need to live with the consciousness that things have changed. And like they say, if the music has changed,
dance step
must change.
No, that's not the only thing that changes. The taste of the palm wine has changed. The drinking style.
The drinking style
also has to change.
Yeah.
Madam, parents get lost when two young people are talking.
Yeah.
Two teenagers are talking. And they are dropping quotes. And mom and dad are lost. In fact, you will literally check their WhatsApp. You want to follow the conversation.
And you cannot.
And you will be seeing Greek and Latin in English. So, we are laughing already. So, how do parents navigate that?
I think we need to get ourselves into
Their school.
Their life.
How?
How? By interacting more. Communication.
Are they going to willingly teach you their lingo? Because they want to, when they're with their friends and their peers, they want to talk above your head. They don't want you to understand
They don't
anyway.
want you to understand, yes.
So who's going to teach you?
They will teach. Personally, from experience, what I do is, once I have opportunity, I usually create opportunity for us to interact. And when we interact, they talk, they say some things, and they're like, oh, mommy is not supposed to know. And I dig further. What, I might not be immediate. What does that mean? It might be later, I'll call, oh, while you were talking, you said something. I would like to know more about it. Oh, mommy, it's not important. No, it is. I'd like to know. So we need to be part of them. And it starts from when they are young. It starts from when they're 0 years old. Because by the time we know them from the start, it will be easy to grow with them, and to identify with them. But if we wait until they are teenagers, it will become difficult.
To be too late, yeah.
So it starts from 0 years. It starts from that period of scouting, that period of trying to know who I am. So by the time they know that you are there and you are willing to learn, you are willing to be with them, you are willing to speak their language, then it becomes easier.
Madam, I'll stick with you for a bit. I saw a video, and I think I've seen it twice or two or three platforms, and I'm sure this man must have seen it as well. A professor gets into a class of Gen Zs, young people, and he was to deliver a lecture. And he decided he was going to use their language. You saw the video. He was going to use their language. He was going to use their language, and he delivered the lecture in their language. They were laughing hysterically.
There's several versions of that.
They were laughing hysterically. What you are speaking to, of course, naturally, they're going to fall in love with that guy. What you are speaking to has two sides to it.
Okay.
On the one hand, they probably like the fact that, okay, we would love, I can relate with this person because we speak the same language. On the other hand is they want to keep some secrets that they don't want you to know, so that they can maintain their anonymity, so to speak. So where is the balance here? Because what you are speaking to is for parents to build trust.
Exactly.
Parents themselves are busy. And the children, they want to maintain some level of independence.
Though it's a tough one, but like I used to say, when I see my parents, when I see parents of my children, you have to be intentional. It starts from the beginning, like I said. I want to be part of you. It is intentional. Even though I am busy, I'm a busy mommy, but I still create time to make sure that I get, even if it's a little of what is going on in their life. They come back from school, and I always ask, before the end of the day, what did you do in school today? What went wrong? Is there, and because they know that I will listen. I might not give the answer at that time. I might say, okay, please, I'm tired now, but I will think about it and respond. But they know that once I come back, I must ask them what went wrong in school today. So they're always willing, even if I forget to ask. Oh, mommy, I did this. Oh, it's our school food, this teacher did. So they are aware. So we have to create that awareness from the start, build that trust from the start, and it makes it easy. Though it is not 100% that all children would fall into that, because they're different, and it has to be different approach.
You know, Mr. Bomegulem, it's easier said
than done.
Can I amplify that?
You will expand on it, but some parents are not ready to accept that times have changed. Just as Alero said.
That's a tragedy on its own. Yeah, that's a tragedy, because your refusal to accept it doesn't change much. It is just what it is. It's just like saying, I'm a male and she's a female, and we're debating it. We'll debate. It doesn't change anything.
Till the end of time.
Let
me give you a scenario. When my boys were younger, in their teens, a Valentine's Day came along, and we were all sitting in my bedroom chatting, and they were telling me which girl they gave a flower to and which girl they gave a chocolate
lucky you.
And suddenly, the older one it was like he just woke up. What a weird family. We're telling our mother about our Valentine escapades. What kind of family is this? You are all sick. And I said, no, we're not sick. We're friends. Please continue. I'm listening.
Okay.
I mean, when we were young, number one, what is Valentine?
In fact, you'll be...
you want to go and sit down with your mother and be telling her that you gave some girl a rose. Are you drunk, or have you been sniffing something?
Must have been.
But starting from your point, there's a reflection of relationship, which is what this whole parenting thing is all about. Children are constantly looking for somebody they want to connect with. So if that person is my mother and my father, then I'm safe. So I'll rather connect with you here and pour out what I need to pour out than do that outside. But where I can't connect with you, then I go out. That's one. Two, they try to test your ability to handle little information. If you can handle the little one, then we graduate to telling you another level. For instance, if father was saying, she has not discussed her boyfriend with me. I said, boyfriend? Okay, that's PhD. You've not done O levels. You want to? Do you know her birthday? Well, do you know her maths English teacher? Do you even know her school? Have you visited to just surprise her? You want to know her boyfriend? Okay, you will never know it. Because you failed in the elementary. So, and then she may have dropped something to you without you knowing. And you know, children, they do this. They just say, hey, mommy, it's one of my friends. Hey, her mother saw her boyfriend's note in her school bag. Her mother saw what?
That's it. You never hear.
You close that door.
You will never hear it.
That Fort Knox.
And it might be true. It might be
maybe just
untrue. She might just be flying a kite. That's it. And you failed. You will never, ever.
Yes,
as far as that area is concerned,
case closed.
And you're wondering, is this girl still? Is this boy? Is this? No. That one don't pass. So how do you get into that? Their community friendship by showing, Ayo said, mention trust. That's one, trust. Then ability to empathize with them. I know what you're going through. I was once a teenager. In fact, I had several boys chasing me. Hey, mommy, really? See that, make I tell you something. Mommy, tell me. She too, she's in that position. Boys are running after her. And now, there's nothing wrong with me. It happened to mommy also. And so, mommy, what did you do? Well, I took them to my father. I said, if you want to follow me, come on, meet my father. Ah! Mommy, I cannot bring them to daddy. So they start to download the things you cannot pick on the road because you became vulnerable, which is another level. You need to prove that you are vulnerable enough. And you're not that Virgin Mary, Auntie Alera, who just
mistakes.
fell from the sky.
Yes.
And the father kept her, and she got married. If that is who you are, I'm sorry. Mommy, I'm not Virgin Mary. I'm not. I like to dance. I like to play. I like to scream. So if you understand, which is the next level, if you understand your child, the peculiarity of this child, there are children who are easy to parent. You don't stress it. You can say, sit down here, and you come and meet them there. And there are some, when you say, I want you to wait here, I'm coming in 2 hours, you will meet them at the door. So know the child you have.
Drive your car out.
So know the child that God has blessed you with. Know the design of this child, and know that it was not a mistake.
But you know, this issue of knowing, it's just as you said, you also spoke to it, intentionality.
Yeah.
The parents are busy.
No,
wait. There's someone listening. Wait first.
Okay.
The parents, someone is watching you right now.
Yeah.
Has to take 3 trips in a week to sustain whatever it is, and they will say, I'm doing it for the children. I saw a series on Netflix just in the course of the week.
Especially the dads.
Yeah. Even the moms. This She the People was a Tyler Perry series, a short series, limited series. And said, that, you know, she rose to become deputy governor of the state of Mississippi. And she said she was doing it so that she can have create a better life for the children. And she rose to as high as she rose, and rose and all of that. There are many parents like that going through that kind of thing today.
So should we speak to them? Should we speak to them?
Go ahead.
Good. I'm going to speak from, should I say, in retrospect now. So I'm going to share with you that all the parents who did that, they came back and the children are no longer there. So the one you went to look for money for,
Not that.
you now have the money, but you can't find the child. And this is what I used to say. I would rather solve a problem. I'd rather prevent a problem that money cannot solve. In parenting, do you understand? What am I trying to say? You know, she knows better what I'm going to talk about. The formative years, the early years. Ayo, it is 0 to 10.
Exactly.
0 to 10, my brother. If you miss that period,
you have missed the child.
It's over. And I'm not capping. 0 to 10. Some of us that God rescued, it was because 0 to 10, there was somebody around in charge. We missed our way and we came back. It was because there was no significant damage between 0 to 10. You know, when they say train up a child in the way that you get, if you miss that period, the child will go and he will not come back. You know, so if you're going to look for money, if you're listening to us and you're looking for money, if you miss that 10 years while you're looking for money, by the time you come back, you'll meet a stranger at home.
Doctor,
Yes.
we talk about the child and his or her emotions and responsiveness. Sometimes when I think about all these things, all these words being used now, it's like saying that when we were growing up, we had no emotions. I mean, how is it that these things have become more important and the issue of mental health has taken the front burner, especially when you're dealing with children?
The most important thing is digital awareness. They see these things They are aware of these things. It's everywhere. And they tend to copy what they see, especially when we are not there as parents. So a child comes in and he or she has broken down, and they brought the child in, and you're assessing. And it's telling you, even though it's my mom or dad that brought me here, whatever I'm going to discuss with you, they must not know about it. And you have to explain, how is that possible? Because they'll be the one responsible for the bills, they'll be the one responsible for the treatment. But the child will still insist, I don't want my parents to know. I'm telling you this because you're my doctor. So it is usually a very dicey thing. But expressing emotions, as at the time we were growing up, there were emotions. But the environment was not conducive for us to express that emotion. They beat you and they tell you must not cry. But now, you beat a child, the child cries, you have to call the child.
No, while you're talking, the child is crying.
It's not even beating. So you have to explain to the child why you have beaten or why you are talking. Else the child is withdrawn. And for days, you are looking at a child that is not with you.
In fact, beating seems to be out of vogue these days.
So even talking, words alone, can make a child break down emotionally, and you'll be thinking of, oh, my mental health has been affected. Oh, yes, my mental health is affected. I cannot go on with this.
I saw a video of about a 30-second video. A little girl who this father scolded her, and she was all teary and everything. Scolded her once, and she was teary-eyed. And then I said the mom has scolded her for like 110 million times. She was just dancing.
I'm used to it. It doesn't matter.
So there's something Kingsley said I would like you to speak to. Some parents have lost the first 10 years. Even the first 20. And she said that, why are you shaking your leg?
That's dangerous.
And he said that, you know, there are some of them that were rescued is because, you know, they found mercy, sort of.
They've not gone too far.
They hadn't gone too far. They hadn't been too, you know, damaged. What can those parents do now? Any hope of a tiny bit of restoration, of comeback?
Psychological awareness, evaluation. Get a psychologist. It's not because they have mental issue. Get a psychologist to evaluate that child, and then maybe therapy. And the parents will now be intentional about being close, but it might not be an immediate.
It cannot be immediate. It took 20 years.
And so it's going to be another. But by the time the healing or the process will be complete, the so-called child will have a family. And yes, the damage has already been
gone completely.
Gone. And it's the same mentality, if not able to be changed, is what the child would carry to his own family. So that lineage is going to be affected.
Oh dear.
I think there's also the place of stock taking. You need to, I call it personal parental auditing. What do you do when you audit? You want to know, where have we gone wrong? And now as a parent, you've come to the consciousness of, hey, I've missed it. So where did I miss it? And then the child involved, you sit down with that child and say, look, have I been the best of father? Have I been the father you've always wanted? Am I the dad you would have wished for if you want to do this all over again? So where do you think I missed it, and what do you think I can do now that we've lost 10, 20 years? You know, in the course of trying to mediate between, you know, parents and children who have had this fragmented relationship, these are the things you do. Yes, we've been hurt. I've not been there. I was posted from, I was serving in the army, I was moving up and down, and you were with your mothers, and here I am. I've had a wife and some children there, but I'm back home now. A lot of water has passed under the bridge, but I can't afford to lose you guys. So it's a time to be first vulnerable, accountable. and then do stock taking, and find out from the person that you need to reconnect with, how can you help me reconnect with you? How can you help me build back better?
Oh, madam, one of the worst things is that these children will also watch foreign movies. They hear something, they hear the child in the movie telling the mom or telling the dad, I hate you.
Yes.
And I suspect that some of them are already using that language.
If not verbally, but in their mind, they are telling you. You know, anyway, there's a boy. I was sharing with the parents in church one day, the boy whose mom, he said the reason he hates the mom was you can never win an argument with the mom. Whether the mom is wrong, she'll say, my friend, shut up. I'm your mother. You cannot be wiser than me. So you know how the boy gets it?
That's us growing up.
So he puts the mom's picture on his wall. So whenever he argues with the mom, and the mom is wrong, and the mom refuses to accept, he goes into his room, bring out a cane, and flog the picture. He said, I will flog the picture. I said, so what are you to say? I'm flogging my mom.
Wow.
I said, so what is the picture looking like? I said, sir, the picture is torn, but I will continue to flog it. And when I'm done flogging it,
You now feel satisfied.
what? I said, is your mother aware of this? He said, no. I said,
It leads me to another question. We are running out of time, I know, but madam, this one is for you. It leads me to the question, because you could actually be in the same house, and I'm not sure how many parents know this. You could actually be in the same house with your child, and you have no idea who that person is.
Exactly.
And it is not because the child wants to be like that or wants to pretend, because the child has grown a kind of a facade to hide the real them from you, to the point that even the child is lost to himself or herself.
That is the truth. Is the truth, especially when they have access to their room. And of course, you can't have access to the room, privacy, unless you knock. And when you knock, they quickly put themselves in order before you go in. And even when they are not in the room, they have so much package, whatever it is that needs to be hidden, that even if you ransack that room from now to tomorrow, you might not get anything. So that's why it has to start from that formative year, that's 0 to 10 years, so that at least you might not know 100%, but you have an idea of about 50 to 60%, and that would help in parenting.
Is there any peculiarity between a male child and a female child in this case?
Yes. Yes.
Very,
very wide gap.
Wide gap.
Yes.
But you know, you have a son, you have girls, you have.
How am I supposed to know?
I went for a seminar about that 2 days ago, and one of the presenters was like, I have two children, a boy and a girl, and I have trained them the same way. The girl has adapted to the training, but the boy does not even want to have anything to do with what the mother is saying. The mother says A and he says Z. And it has been the same way of training. So boys are totally different. Totally. And it is another...
And it's frustrating trying to expect your son to behave like your daughter. It can't happen. So what you need to do, you can spread the values, but the peculiarity, the expression of those values varies. For instance, my girls, if you buy them 10 books, they can read the books in 2 weeks. But when you give him 1 book, you'll be trusting God. But he has his strengths. So I can't pressure him because he doesn't read like his sisters. No, that would be wrong of me. But you see, there are things he does that those girls cannot figure out.
Yeah.
So these are just the elementary. If you go deeper, you find out that even the boy, his role models, and the girls, it varies. So if a girl has, let me assume you have your daughter says, Michelle Obama is my role model. You think Michelle Obama will be your son's role model? It can never happen.
Never. Yes.
So those are peculiarities. You get it?
Especially now that they prefer Korean films for
that's another ballgame. But there's something I want us to run away with, which is the fact that She mentioned intentionality, but you need to be less judgmental. In fact, non-judgmental.
Non-judgmental.
If your children can vouch for you as a non-judgmental parent, no matter how much you're troubled about what they're telling you, just pretend as if
It's okay.
okay.
Hold it.
Okay.
Soak it in.
So you mean you kissed the boy, eh? Oh, wow. How was the kiss? What in your mind? Say, fire! Where are you? Come down now. Just they manage the thing, they go. Let her say, Mommy, so he now touched me. I said, okay.
He touched you where?
See, Grandma.
You understand that? Not that. So he touched it, and he did what? But Mommy,
He touched you.
I'm not talking again.
And that's it.
So
And they will
if
not
you
talk
can
again.
flow and then give your counsel,
It's
you
so
will hear more.
difficult.
Yeah.
So
You will
difficult.
hear more. And then you start to, the language thing, you know, it's about you're relating with a German who doesn't speak English. You don't speak English. So how do you communicate with the German? You need to go and learn German.
The language.
So you learn words like slay,
Yes.
no cap, bet,
These
not
Reese,
bet,
What about the abbreviations?
drip,
those ones.
The abbreviations.
Yes.
Those ones are totally.
FYP,
Yes.
AFK.
LKWMD.
You know, we could spend the whole
Then
day
they dance.
talking about this.
You should be able to at least dance some of the
we have
latest
run
dance.
I have to be
completely.
able to move my leg.
We have run completely out of time. But I think we need to revisit this topic at some point because, I mean, we have by no means exhausted because I'm sure that parents who are watching now are learning and there's more that they would like to learn about how to deal with their children. Thank you very much for coming, Kingsley Obomebulem, child and stroke teens counselor and parenting coach, as well as Dr. Temitayo Oshola, head pediatric department at Butimeta General Hospital.
Thank you for
very
having
much
me.
Thank you for
coming
inviting
to
us.
start this conversation with us this morning.
Start.
Yes, so.
Sunrise will return in just a moment with the home stretch. Do remain with us.